one person's going to get more dances than the other.
Yeah.
And the other person's going to feel left out. They're going to harbor jealousy, harbor resentment. You're going to have to keep checking back and like dance like it's like a couple tanas, like to warm them back up.
Yeah. Or also it's like how to be a good boyfriend, because like you need to be there when they want to avoid somebody, and then you
not be there
when they want when like Mr. Smooth comes walking by, you know? But then you can't be jealous either, you know?
But then she wants you to be jealous. We are back, and we're gonna talk about a pretty spicy one. Tango and dating, and are tango dancers doomed to just date other tango dancers? It's quite the conundrum because let's face it, you spend a lot of time, if you're an avid tango dancer, you spend a lot of time with people that obviously dance tango, and thus relationships form because of that. And so because you spend so much time in the tango world, there's a very high probability that you're going to date another tango dancer because it just fits in with your lifestyle. So what do you think? Are we just doomed to just be stuck? Because let's say, I'm gonna look at my last 4 or 5 relationships. They've all been from tango.
Yeah, my last 2 were in tango.
So,
and you know, since I started tango, I haven't dated anybody outside of tango.
well, you know that I have.
Yeah.
And that was tough.
Yeah. And you know, it's because how do you relate with that person? And then it's also weird too because, you know, it's like, bye honey, I'm gonna go out and dance with all these other girls. You know, like that's just, you know, that doesn't fly very well.
No, the question is like, do you really have to go 5 times a week?
Yeah.
That's like one thing people just don't get. If you don't dance tango, you really dancing twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6? You just went yesterday.
Oh no. Okay, this is the one that gets me. Aren't I enough?
Oh my God.
Like, why do you need to keep on going, aren't I enough? And it's like, sorry, baby. No. You know? And that's even worse. That's even worse when your partner's a tango dancer and she says that to you. You know?
Oh man, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Because my non-tango ex, the biggest thing was that she had no other hobbies. Her hobby was like spending time with me. So if you meet with that person and you're like their biggest hobby is like watching Netflix with you, that's tough, right? Because what does she do while I go out and dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do anything. She's waiting like, when are you gonna come home? And then we come home late.
Sad puppy.
It's like, you know, you gotta find somebody who at least has a hobby.
Well, I wouldn't say just a hobby, a passion that takes them
It takes
them away.
a lot of time, takes away.
And like that dedication where it's like, you know, I'm a tournament tennis player. Like you do your tango. I gotta hit balls for 3 hours. You know, like that type of person. Not just I'm gonna go out with the girls and play and like play some tennis and get some pancakes later. Like not that girl. Like the girl who's
once
like
a week.
Yeah, I'm talking about the girl who's or the guy who's like
traveling to tournaments. I got a tournament in Colorado.
Yeah, and it's like, and you're probably gonna travel with that person. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. Then at night, I'm gonna, while you rest for your next round, I'm gonna go dance at Mercury. You know? And that's okay, you know, because like they have to wake up early in the morning, get warmed up. They have their practice partners. They have their coach. You know, so they need that at least a person who. If you're that passionate about tango, you need someone with an equal amount of passion that takes them away and has that kind of dedication.
But here's the problem though. We run into the same problem that why so many tango dancers date other tango dancers. If they also have a serious passion, chances are they're going to find somebody that in their hobby or field or passion that they're going to find.
I know. And you know the sad part is? Tango's wrecked so many homes. You know? How many people do we know got divorced over tango? Like, you know, like they found tango in another man. You know? It's rough, man. And it's hard because, you know, you're with people, you're in their embrace, you're hugging a lot, you're dancing a lot, and you know, like it's natural to
feel feelings.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like, you know, dancing all sterile like a plastic person. Like, You know,
This is my exercise. I'm just gonna, instead of going to the gym, I'm gonna go to Malanga and get my cardio.
Yeah, well, that's happened before, you know. People are like, you know, because like, you know, you get those people like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna dance every single time to 4 hours, like for 4 hours. That's their marathon, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you really get into like deep embraces and you get into like really feeling a connection, and that's that's the best pickup line. It's like, oh, I felt such a magical connection with you. Like, I can't explain it, but you know, let's see where it goes.
Like no other before.
I know.
It's magical.
Such a cheesiest pickup line, but you know what? Sadly, it works. It's tried, true, and tested, man. You know what? Play the connection live.
Did you feel that? The beating of my heart?
You know, my soul yearns for you. No.
But back to the point. Are we just doomed? So just like you're gonna have to find tango or else?
You know what? I would say it's
or you
natural.
Just quit. You just marry out of tango.
Well, there's a lot of people who marry out of tango.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true.
But that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I guess the question is, are you a lifer?
Tango lifer.
Are you like the milonguero? Are you like Gabriel Mise's prodigy? Where it's like, milonguero is not a style, it's for life. You know? Are you that Flaco Danny? Are you that guy who's like, you know, like, it's a ride or die of the milonga, you know? When Corazon dies, I die too, you know? You know, I mean, like, what is it, you know? And I think, you know, there's a lot of people who don't realize they're a lifer, and then they end up being a lifer. And if you're a lifer, it's like you need to find another lifer.
But how do you know you're a tango lifer?
Shoot, you know, when you start losing jobs over tango. You know? It's like, I didn't wake up. missed that morning meeting. Sorry, boss.
I've never done that, thankfully, but I have called off like, we're canceling class because of a marathon. I won't be there on Monday. Enjoy group work.
Yeah, but that's
always the best one.
But you see, that's different. Like that was planned. I'm talking about people who are like, you know, they're out dancing 5-6 nights a week, and then like their body just can't handle it anymore, and like, you know, you gotta shut down, and you call in one too many sick days, and you know, or like, you know, you just overestimate your abilities to like stay awake. You know, it happens. And I think there's people who get the bug, and that's normal. You know, like they're totally passionate about it, and maybe that passion might fizzle out in 2 years because, you know, it's something new. But then, you know, after 5-10 years, I would say like, after 5 to 10 years, you know, if you're still in it and you still love it, you're a lifer.
You know what's funny though is when you date another tango dancer. In my experience, you stop dancing tango a lot. Like you would think like, so for example, like people like, oh, you probably you dance with your girlfriend all the time. They're so lucky to have you, Derek, as a partner. I wish blah 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 I could have dance. And actually, you don't dance much like as people think like at home, right? It's like the only time you see us dancing is literally at the milonga, right? We're not practicing. At least in my experience, we're not practicing at home. Or at least not as much as we should. Yeah.
I think it really depends. Like, I think if it's fresh new love, definitely. But if it's like, you know, if you're on like year 3, year 4, where like there's probably more arguments than love.
I never made it that far.
I made it to year 8, man. Yeah, I was in it for the long haul.
I didn't get to that level yet.
Yeah,
save my game. Game over.
Yeah, stick a fork in me. I was done. You know, but you know, I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough because, like, it takes someone who understands that society, to understand that you're gonna go out at night, you're gonna dance with all these other people. You know, it's great that you can like talk about like connections with other people and not have them get jealous, because jealousy is a thing that just gnaws at people. You know,
it does.
I mean, I don't, like, you said you got mad. One time you said you got mad that Rochelle was out dancing with a guy four times in a row or something, that you went to like, you were like, gotta show her, you know? Mm-hmm. So like, it's tough because you need someone who like could get past that jealousy, and then for you to also understand and get past that jealousy also. So.
But do you really get past it though? I mean, You can be comfortable with it, but it still might nod you deep down.
I think it depends on the trust of your community. Because like, okay, like I'd be dating somebody and they can dance with other people, and I had a girlfriend who danced with her ex, and I was like, yeah, go ahead dance with your ex. He's a cool guy, not a big deal. You know, I know it's all over, and like I've encouraged it. She's like, no, it's not. It's disrespectful, and she expected me to like not dance with my exes. I'm like, no, I'm still friends with my exes. I'm dancing with them. You know, it's like there's nothing wrong. You know.
Yeah.
And that was a difference of opinion that didn't work so well in my favor.
I mean, there are a lot of rules, right? So if tango dancers date each other, I think there are some that you have to dance the last tanda.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a rule. Right?
Yeah.
Last tanda or cumprisita.
Yeah. The later on, like some of the rules that I had to go through was like, you know, you only dance the girl like, with ladies who are 50 plus.
Oh my God! So you can't dance with any young.
No, because it was like, you know, like that because of the whole like jealousy and insecurity thing. You know, it's.
But does that go the other way around too? Well, is it like just you can only dance with older like 60 plus guys?
Well, here's the problem with the guys. Like 60 plus guys are more established, so I'd be more wary about like, you know, guys who could, you know, yank her away because they're more established, they know what they're doing. You know, where a younger guy, like he might have abs or whatever, but he doesn't have like. He doesn't have the ability to kind of go, I could give you the life that you always wanted, you know?
That's true, I haven't thought about that.
You know, honestly, I'd be more scared of like the 6-year-old guy who's got the yacht than the 20-year-old guy who has a six-pack. That's who I'm scared of.
That's fair. I always thought about it the other way, right? Because I just always thought the age gap was too large, you know? At least for me.
Okay, but here's the thing, like, okay, guys usually date younger girls, right?
Yeah.
Girls usually date older guys, right?
Yeah.
So so I'm not worried about guys who are younger than me because I'm probably more established than them.
True.
But you know, unless like, you know, he's like the Mark Cuban at like age 20 who's got
the prodigy, self-made millionaire, crypto.
Yeah. Can't do anything about that, you know. But yeah, like, but generally, I'm just saying in general, I'd be more worried about the older guys because, you know, also they have less to lose. Like they might just go, hey, you know what? I'm over the hill. I'm passing the line. I'm shooting my shot. I'm shooting at everything. I don't have, you know, like I'm gonna live my last good like 20 years.
What about sharing a room at like a marathon? Like say like your significant other doesn't go with you on a trip, and like you have like a bunch of roommates. Like, what has that been a rule? Like, oh, you can't. You has got to be another guy. It has to be another. Like you can't. I don't.
You know. That's well. I guess the thing is like the rule is I would only room with people that she knows, like that she knows personally. You know.
Oh really?
Yeah, because the thing is like it's more like an approval list. You know, so like someone that she knows that she trusts versus some other guy or girl, right? Because some guys that she wouldn't even trust me with because it would be like.
Well, you're gonna go out and
cause it's like,
havoc.
Yeah, like he's the bad influence on you, Rob. You know, there's always that guy. And then there's always, you know.
But that limits your options so significantly. Sometimes, you know, when you're trying to find housing at these events, you gotta just find what's available just to save money.
Yeah, but it's also scary too because, you know, as a guy, and since there aren't a lot of guys in tango, dude, like girls just throw themselves at you.
Well, I mean, these events are, remember, it goes back to the whole role balance. It's supposed to be a little bit equal, at least. Well, yeah. Supposedly.
Yeah, but like, see, role balance.
Yeah.
Role balance.
We know it's not gender balance.
No, not just that. Role balance is for the dance floor, right? That doesn't mean.
Not off the dance floor.
Yeah, like.
Interesting.
Yeah, just because you're a switch role doesn't mean you're a switch role.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh yeah, you switch roles. You know? Are you not telling me something?
Oh man. Okay. Interesting. Is there any other rules that we're forgetting here? Let's see.
No, I mean, there are also. Yeah, there are rules like you need to sit at a separate table so she can get dances.
That's a good one.
You know?
It's true, because if you're hovering over your significant other, it really turns away a lot of people. I know it turns away me.
Well, I mean hovering, just if you're like just talking with each other at the same table, because they're like, oh, they're together, and next thing you know, she's done for the whole night, you know? It's almost like you have to have an allure of being single to get dances.
Yeah, it's the illusion. It's like a pop star, right? That like pretends they're single even though they're like secretly engaged or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because they know their fans are gonna like turn on them if they like they're taken.
Yeah. How did Taylor Swift get away with it?
I don't know. I think she's like the big boss girl, so people just like.
Yeah, times have changed now, maybe, huh?
I don't know. That's a good one.
But yeah, so that was the thing. Like I always gave distance to my girlfriends at the time, so that they can get dances. But yeah, one thing I noticed is that like with the age gap thing, it was usually people like if they didn't get a lot of dances, then the age like the age limit, the age restriction was in play. But like if someone that I dated someone who got plenty of dances, age restriction was not an issue. But it's when they weren't as popular, age restriction was an issue.
I see.
Because then it's just kind of because that's the thing. It's when insecurities fall in, jealousy falls in, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, all these skanks are just like you're just happy because all these skanks are on your leg. It's like, no, they're one, you're not skanks. And it's like, and two,
Well, it's a tricky scenario because lots of times it's not going to be even. Like one person's going to get more dances than the other, and the other person's going to feel left out. They're going to harbor jealousy, harbor resentment. You're going to have to keep checking back and like dance like it's like a couple tanas, like to warm them back up.
Yeah, or also it's like how to be a good boyfriend because like you need to be there when they want to avoid somebody, and then you not be there when they want when like Mr. Smooth comes walking by, But then you can't be jealous either,
But then she wants you to be jealous.
It's I know it's so like Pride and Prejudice. Yes, but no, but yes, but no. It's like, jeez, you can't win.
I can't win.
Maybe I should just be like you, just throw them around, Ha!
It's true because some girls like they want you to feel like jealous because that makes them feel like you want them.
Yeah, but I think that was like why my last relationship was kind of doomed because I didn't feel jealous, and then it was almost like
you don't care because you're not jealous.
Yeah, or like you don't love me enough, and then and then so it was like double whammy because it was like I'm not enough for you because you need to go out all the time, but then it's like but you're not jealous when I go out, and it's like I'm not a jealous guy, and sometimes I think that backfires a bit sometimes. Like you need the right person. Like I just need to find someone with the right personality who can deal with that. I'm generally not jealous, and because that plays into their insecurity too. So that's tough because if you're secure with everything, you're like, hey, it doesn't matter, but like I know who you're coming home with, but if they're not. And you're confident about that, but they're not confident about you. Because here's the other, like, the comment I got from my exes was like, I trust you, Rob, but I don't trust the other girls. And it's like, what? Am I gonna wake up and like just like find myself being mounted because I got drugged or something? Like some girl like roofied me? I mean,
I told you.
I know. I was like, come on. I do jujitsu. We're not supposed to be mounted. Full
Top control.
Yeah, no, my bottom game's terrible. That's why I don't play bottom. But no. But yeah, that's a thing. It is a thing. But no, I mean, are we doomed to date within? And that also gets like kind of like really incestual too, because it's kind of like.
Everyone's dipping from the same pond.
Yeah, and I guess that's why everyone, that's why we have that whole thing where it's like, oh, who's the new roster coming in? Everyone's looking for the 1 year dancer. It's like, oh, she's got potential. I want her. And that's because it's like, I mean, they might dated and had strong relationships with other people already, but not with intent. Because like the last thing you want to do is go home and you're like, she's been with that guy, and I hate that guy.
You can't unsee that.
Yeah. Or like, it's that guy who's just, everyone says is better than you, and then you feel like a consolation prize. You're like, oh, he's the Mundial winner. And I'm like, but I'm the nice guy. Yeah, you're the nice guy.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing is I find that at least from my experience, tango women don't usually date down in terms of skill level.
Tango women? Is that every woman? I've never heard of a woman dating down. I mean, I have, but that's usually because like they're well-established boss babe, and they're looking for like the Kevin Klein underwear model to like to play around with. That's a different story.
Okay, but even in that sense, they still not down. Is they're up in a certain way.
Yeah, they're up in a certain way.
Yeah.
So
is that truly down? Well, what? But nonetheless, I rarely see that. Whereas like I see a lot of like tango leaders date either equal or below experience wise, skill level wise. That's way more common.
Yeah, but like I guess it's what we favor. Like what attracts us. For men, like like just like anything, like what it's youth and beauty and the idea that we could provide and be like we could be their superhero,
Yeah, we want to show people their first experiences.
Yeah,
right.
Like we want to be their super. Like we want to be the guy that they first think of. Like, oh, that's the guy who's gonna come and dance with me. And
he took me there, and I went to this, and I got that. We went there and did this.
Yeah. So it's like, if a girl's already gone through the first, why she's just looking for the best now.
Yeah.
So that like it's a difference of what we really respect and what we really want. I mean, it's sad, but it's sad because some people get neglected just because of where they are in life, and maybe things come into play that some people think are not an issue. Like someone might go, I'm an accomplished dancer. I've been dancing for 20 years, and like, and we dance well together. But why is he dancing with why does he want to like date that girl who's
like 1 year in?
Yeah, 1 year in, and it's just because she wears a short skirt or like whatever, But when it comes down to it, it's like men are more visual, and I think ladies are more internal, and when guys are more internal and they're more secure, they've got they are more established in their skills.
Yeah. Where
the external has nothing to do with whatever life experience that you have.
That's true. That's true.
So it is what it is, and the heart wants what it wants. I mean, come on, you can't deny it. I mean, sometimes because sometimes it's in your head too, because it's like that connection, that connection, it's sometimes it's not even about like the connection is real. It's just like you're so infatuated with that person, that like it just manifests.
But you're so enamored because you found somebody, especially when tango people meet, you're so enamored because you can share this one thing that you're passionate about, right? And that other people just don't understand. And then you can do that. You can execute. I think that's the difference. You can perform that thing together, and synchronistically together.
Yeah, and then you have that shared goal. Like, I mean, how many couples say they have a shared goal? Like, I want to be competitive. I want to be a competition dancer together, or I want to be the best dancer we can together. I want to be like the biggest couple in town.
Or performer, or
whatever. You're
gonna be write a milonga, organize something.
Yeah, or we're gonna take all the workshops because that's why I dated you. I don't love you. I just want you for the workshops. For the workshops.
Oh, you're my +1, son.
Hey man, I'll take it whenever I can get it. But so
you're my marathon sign-up partner.
I know, especially when when the followers are full.
And then I can take my advanced couple classes at the festivals together.
Yeah, I don't have to I have to sit in the sidelines and go and start they start going out and advertising. Like, who wants to sign up with me as a couple? It's like you want one already in the pocket. You have one in the chamber. Let's go.
Automatic go-to.
Yeah. So I don't think we're doomed, but life is a lot easier in terms of romance. Especially dating's a lot cheaper. It's like, hey, let's go to the Milonga. There's a lot of perks in dating within tango too.
But you know what the thing is, and I've gotten this, is they get to the point where all we do is tango together. Can't we do other things? You know, that's all we do. Like, is that they don't even consider that a date anymore? It's like they don't even consider going to a tango marathon like a thing. It's like it's not like anything planned or anything. It's not special anymore.
Well, not even like a tango marathon in Italy.
Okay, well that's different. I mean, I went to Asia. I didn't do Europe.
Yeah. But no, but I get it. But that's the thing. It's like, but you know, that's what I mean. Like, if you're a lifer, you gotta find a lifer because a lifer would appreciate that. Would appreciate we're just going to the Malongas. That's all we're doing. You know, we're just taking workshops. That's all we're doing. You know, we're not sailing across the world. Like all our money, all our time, all our effort is going into tango. Like, if you're the female equivalent of Flaco Danny, you want another Flaco Danny. Only you two would get it. You know, that's why we get Nito and Elba.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So why not? And I think it just lends itself to that because it's convenient, it's nice. You understand each other because it's hard to connect with people who don't even understand the lifestyle.
So bottom line, we're doomed.
Oh.
But anyways, let us know what you think about tango and your own dating life. If you're willing to share your own stories or experiences, let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to hear as always. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Left Foot, Right Foot. If you can, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can keep up to date with us on our newest content.
It really goes a long way with helping us create more interesting and exciting content for all of you, and we appreciate all of your support. Thank you all so much.